Welcome to Click for IB Biology. Our study of ecological stability and change moves on by looking at the idea of keystone species. There's a blank version of this presentation down in the description. You can annotate that with your own notes and then take the 10 questions at the end, which also have answers so you can check your progress. A keystone species has a disproportionate impact on the community of organisms in which it exists. The organisms of that ecosystem have a great dependency upon the presence and success of that keystone species in maintaining the diversity of the community, and which includes aspects of the lengths of food chains and of their food webs. The presence of a keystone species is often taken as an indicator of the ecosystem health. The presence of that species would tend to suggest or give evidence that the particular ecosystem under study is actually in a stable state. The absence of the same keystone species would suggest that the ecosystem or the biome is going through some kind of a change process. Where an ecosystem is trying to be restored, it would be necessary for those restoring the ecosystem to reintroduce the keystone species and ensure the keystone species success so that the diversity and success of that ecosystem is reintroduced. In that way, they are reintroducing the resilience to the ecosystem. In this particular example you're looking at here, I'm illustrating the keystone species of the fig tree, which is present in many tropical forests and many subtropical forests, and indeed the images in this image you're looking at here were taken from a forest in Khao during a IB biology field trip. The fig tree is the keystone species. Its primary production, its net primary production, is particularly useful in the form of the fruits that it contains, as these provide a high nutrition source to a wide variety and diversity of organisms. Some of the images here show that the forests of Khao and Thailand support a diversity, a number of different species of hornbill species that also spread the fruit and the seeds of the fig tree so that they can occupy, where possible, different parts of the forest. The same fruit is important to mammal species such as the gibbons, deer, pigs, and elephants. All of these are herbivores or primary consumers at the beginning of long and complex food chains which are characteristic of these regions. Although these regions of forest have been in existence for millions of years, they are vulnerable to change, and any environmental impact that perhaps would reduce or change the presence of, say, the fig wasp, which is significantly important in the success of the fig tree. If climate change were to reduce the fig wasp, then the presence of the fig tree would be removed and the ecosystem would begin a process of collapse. So important are fig trees to tropical and subtropical forests that they are present in both the South American forest, the African forests, and indeed the Asian forests as keystone species conferring stability upon the ecosystem. I have left a link in the description to a significant film of 1 hour in length that you should watch to appreciate the role of the fig tree, known as the queen of the forest, in creating forest stability. The link to the next video is now showing, along with a chance to subscribe to this channel, please. That would be greatly appreciated. And on the right hand side, we have the playlist with all of the videos in the environmental stability and change topic.